Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good morning, children. This is the fifth part of second chapter, is Matter Around Us Pure. Last session, we have discussed about some separation methods like sublimation method and separation of immiscible liquids by separating funnel, isn't it? So today, we are going to learn some more new topics in this chapter. So in this session, we are going to discuss about some types of separation of compounds from mixtures named chromatography and distillation method to separate two miscible liquids. So today we are going to learn about chromatography and distillation method. Okay? Separation of mixtures. As we know earlier, the various constituents of a mixture have different physical properties such as density, solubility, size of particles, behavior towards magnet, volatility, boiling point, etc. The differences in physical properties of constituents is used to separate them from a mixture. Okay, the various physical processes which are used to separate the constituents of mixtures are sublimation, separation by magnet, filtration, centrifugation, evaporation, crystallization, chromatography, distillation, fractional distillation, and using the separating funnel. The separation of mixtures, we can consider three cases. One is mixture of two solids, mixture of solid and liquid, then mixture of two liquids. If we have the mixture of solid and liquid, okay, then these following methods can be used to separate the constituents. First one is filtration, crystallization, centrifugation, chromatography, evaporation, and by distillation method. Okay. Here we are going to discuss the process named paper chromatography. Okay. What is meant by chromatography? Yes, the process of separation of components of a mixture is known as chromatography. Chroma, chroma in Greek means color. This technique was first used for separation of colors, so this name was given. So chromatography is the technique used for separation of those solutes that dissolve in the same solvent. Principle of chromatography. So chromatography method is used to separate two or more dissolved solids which are present in a solution in very small quantities. This method of separation is based on the fact that the two substances are dissolved in the same solvent, but their solubilities can be different. Okay, their solubilities can be different. Okay, here chromatography. What is chromatography? It is a separating of two or more dissolved solids which are present in the same solution. Okay, one solution itself, two or three solids will be mixed together. So we can separate them, separate the solids from the solution. Okay, so it is based on their solubilities. So for example, black ink is a mixture of several colored substances which can be separated by this method. Here is the explanation for separating the multicolors from the black ink. Here we are going to do one activity to check is the dye in black ink a single color or multicolor. Okay, for that, first step, we can take the thin sheet of chromatography paper or filter paper. Then draw a line on it using the pencil approximately 3 centimeter from the lower level. Now put a small drop of water soluble ink, that is from a sketch pen or fountain pen, at the middle of the line. Okay, let it dry. Put this paper into the jar which is containing water so that the inks drop on the paper just above the water level. You can look at this diagram. Okay, you can able to see that. See that in that second diagram where this ink spot is just above the water level, isn't it? And leave it undisturbed. Here is the video explanation for chromatography. Watch carefully. As the water rises up in the filter paper, we observe that water rises, isn't it, on the filter paper. It takes along with it the dye particles. The colored component that is more soluble in water rises faster, and in this way the colors get separated. You can look at this one, isn't it, children? It is separated into multicolors. The most soluble part of the dye is found at the top. The least soluble part of the dye is found at the bottom. So the most soluble part of dye is found at the top. Okay, it will become at the top. The least soluble part of the dye is at the bottom. Okay, it's very nice, right? Separated into multicolors. So what do we observe on the filter paper as the water rises on it? Yes. What do you observe on the filter paper as the water rises on it? Yes. The ink that we use has water as the solvent and the dye is soluble in it. As the water rises on the filter paper, it takes along with it the dye particles. Usually, a dye is a mixture of two or more colors. The colored component that is more soluble in water rises faster, and in this way the colors gets separated. With the advancement in technology, newer techniques of chromatography have been developed. Some uses of chromatography are given below. So it is used to separate the colors in a dye, and it is used to separate the pigments from the natural colors, and it is used to separate the drugs from the blood. Move on to the second case, that is the mixture of two or more liquids. Okay, the mixture contains, that is, solute and solvent, both are liquids. So in this two cases are there. You already know this one. Last video we have discussed this. Miscible liquids and immiscible liquids, isn't it? Those liquids which mix together in all proportion and form a single layer. So they were mixed together is called the miscible liquids. Example, alcohol and water, water and acetone. The second case, immiscible liquids, those liquids which do not mix together and form a separate layer. Okay, for example, oil and water, petrol and water, kerosene and water, etc. So, here we are going to discuss about distillation. What is distillation? It is a process of heating a liquid to form vapors and then cooling the vapors to get back the liquid. The liquid obtained by condensing the vapor is called distillate in order to obtain both solid as well as liquid from the mixture. This process is called distillation. When a homogeneous mixture of solid and liquid is heated in a closed distillation flask, the liquid being volatile to form the vapors. The vapors are passed through the condenser where they get cooled and condensed to form pure liquid. The pure liquid is collected in a separate vessel. The solid being non-volatile remains behind. So here is an activity to separate a mixture of two miscible liquids by distillation method. Okay. So first what we are going to do, we are trying to separate the acetone and water from their mixture. So the mixture which is present in the distillation flask is acetone and water. So we know that acetone and water, it makes the miscible liquid. So they mix together, isn't it? They will not form any layers. Okay. So what we have to do, fit the thermometer in a distillation method, distillation flask. Arrange the apparatus as shown here in this figure. Heat the mixture slowly, keeping a close watch at the thermometer. The acetone vaporizes, condenses in the condenser and can be collected from the condenser outlet. Water is left behind in the distillation flask. The boiling point of acetone is 56 degrees Celsius, whereas the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. So acetone will distill first and then water. So we can check this temperature through this thermometer. Principle of distillation and the applications we are going to learn now. The volatile liquid evaporates on heating, such as acetone, isn't it? Which can be recovered by cooling its vapors by the process of condensation. So what is the application? So it is used to remove the salt from the sea water to obtain the drinking water. So this method is called distillation. It is used for the separation of components of a mixture containing two miscible liquids that boil without decomposition and have sufficient difference in their boiling points. Next we are going to discuss about fractional distillation. So fractional distillation is the process of separating two or more miscible liquids by distillation. The distillate being collected in fractions boiling at different temperatures. Separate a mixture of two or more miscible liquids for which the difference in boiling points is less than 25 Kelvin. Fractional distillation process is used. Principle of fractional distillation: the liquid having lower boiling point boils first and can be obtained first from the fractionating column than the liquid having the higher boiling point. First, lower boiling point having the liquids, no, the liquids having the lower boiling point will comes first, then the liquid having the higher boiling point will come. The apparatus is similar to that for simple distillation, except that a fractionating column is fitted in between the distillation flask and the condenser. A simple fractionating column is a tube packed with glass beads. The beads provide surface for the vapors to cool and condense repeatedly. We can separate the mixture of alcohol and water by this fractional distillation method. The boiling point of alcohol is 78 degrees Celsius and boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Therefore, a mixture of alcohol and water can be separated by the fractional distillation method. The alcohol with boiling point 78 degree Celsius will distill first, and then water with boiling point 100 degree Celsius will distill. So, fractional distillation separates the various liquids according to their boiling point. The more volatile liquid, which means it is having the lower boiling point, distills first, and the less volatile liquid, which is having the higher boiling point, distills later. These are the some of the uses of fractional distillation. First, it is used to separate the mixture of miscible liquids. Second one, it is used to separate the fractions like kerosene, petrol, diesel from the petroleum. And it is used to separate different gases from the air. So today we have learned to separate multiple colors from the black ink and how to separate a mixture of two miscible liquids. We will meet soon, children. Thank you so much.